Hi, in the last video we have discussed about JSP comparison with other related languages. Now I am going to discuss about JSP architecture. Hi, I am Shikil Juman. Welcome to my new video. Okay, let's begin. Okay, I will going to close my picture. This is an overview of JSP architecture. We can discuss one by one. The first step. So initially what happened? See the diagram. Here with a normal page, your browser sends an HTTP request to a web server. That means a client with the HTTP request to the server, a client send request to the server. That means client send request to the server. What are the types of requests is there? In an authentication window, which you have user ID and password is there. The user submit the user ID and password, the specified text box, and then click the OK button. Then what will happen? The client will sending the detail of user ID and password to the server. Server should processing and check if the password given by the user is valid or not. So this client request is specifically called HTTP request. And then what will happen? The second step. In this stage, the web server recognizes that the HTTP request is for a JSP page and forwards it to a JSP engine. So it means the server is reading whatever the page you are sending. It could be JSP page, or it could be normal HTML page, or it could be any other extensional pages. In that case, the web server recognizes what kind of HTTP request is used. Which kind of page is for JSP's forwarding? The JSP.JSP pages only forwarding to the JSP engine. Here that means the JSP engine only can recognize or basically responsible to the process only .JSP pages. So in this step we can say that server is reading and recognizing the HTTP request and finding the page is .JSP page, and then it would send into the JSP engine so that it could further be processed. And here hello.jsp page, so JSP page, it will recognize the machine and send to the JSP engine. So in this step, these sections, what will happen? After that, JSP engine is loading the JSP page from disk and then convert into the servlet content is very important. So JSP page I will show you. So JSP page recognized by the server and sent to this JSP engine. The JSP engine or what will do? Loading the JSP page and convert into the servlet. So that means every JSP page is converted into the servlet first. It is done by JSP engine. So look at the picture. The diagram will says that hello.jsp page coming to the server. It is recognizing and loading the JSP page, then it is sending to the JSP engine and it is being converted into the hello servlet.java. This is the servlet source code. So this is a servlet source code. It is specifically phase is called translation phase. So this is a translation phase. This is the translation phase. It means JSP content is translated into the Java code. Everything that you will learn servlets, we can see that whatever code, I think your Java and HTML is being converted into the Java code. That means whole JSP page is getting converted into servlets. After that, the servlets must be compiled. Here compiling will be done. That means the JSP engine doing the servlet into the executable class file. Initially, we have file called hello.jsp. Then we have the file called hello servlet.java. And then we have the file called hello servlet.class. You can see next page. Hello servlets.class. Here. That means the same servlet file into the class file. This is request processing phase. Here this stage is called request processing phase, and here we already discussed translation phase. Then actually what we'll do in these steps, the JSP engine compiles the servlet into an executable. It's an executable. See, mistake happened here. Executable class and forwards to the original request to the servlet engine. In this picture, you can say that servlet engine loading servlet class. Servlet engine loading the servlet class. We can see here the class files given, it will loaded and it will executed. So here it will executed. The class file, we already get the file hello servlet.java, the compile into the .class file, and this class file will be executed. During the execution, the servlet produce output in HTML format. The time of the execution during the execution time, the servlet produce output. So the in the form of HTML. That HTML will send to the client. And finally, the web server forwarded it back the form of response to the browser or the client which has been requested earlier. So here user or client, it will get the response, the client which has been requested earlier. So we can see in the diagram here the request first pass to the client to the server, and server recognize the JSP file and convert into the Java servlet code, and then compile to the .class file, and the class file will be executed. The execution means it will convert in the form of HTML and send back to the user as a output. See, once again see the picture, how the process getting up inside the JSP container of the web server. Here initially HTML submit button. Here the user click on the submit button. That time request file of JSP file send it. This JSP file is being translated into the servlet source code to the sent to the here, and the JSP file is converted translated into the servlet source code. The servlet source code is .java file. Here JSP. And JSP engine again compile and converted into the servlet compile.class file, and here the compilation, after compilation it will get the .class file, which is then, and further process is here it will return back to the user, done by the servlet engine, and then delivery into the response into the client side. Here two phases are there. One is translation phase. Here the translation phase. And another one is a compilation phase. The translation phase, JSP code into Java. So JSP code, you can see here JSP code into Java code. And then compilation phase happening there. Java file is being converted into the .class file. And after it will be executed. It is the basic architecture of JSP. It is a basic idea of the JSP architecture. The picture, it will help you to learn and how to process JSP architecture. And some other important technical names are there. Parsing. The JSP container converts the JSP file into a servlet source file with the extension .java. That means a JSP file is converted into a servlet internally. We already seen that. This is known as translation and translation phase. The translation phase sometimes we may call parsing. What is JSP compilation? The JSP container software compiles the servlet source code, that means .java file, into the servlet .class file. This is known as a JSP compilation. And what do you mean JSP execution? The .class file of servlet is executed by the JSP container and the output of the execution is sent to the client as a response. And if the same JSP file is not used again, the class file is deleted. Second point. And third point is, if used again and often, the class file is returned by the container for further usage without need of second time translations and compilation. This is to increase the performance. So this is the way of JSP execution. And we can see another here, there are 9 steps I have given here. This is the, you can see, and you can view the first time I will show you a picture. The explanations I am given there. These are 9 steps there. The 9 steps are given there. Okay, you can read and you will get an idea of all these things. I hope you got a brief idea of JSP architecture. Okay, thank you. Have a nice day.